Okay, they told me I had 25 minutes. Right? All right, I did not practice with this tassel, so bear with me. It is an honor to be here today, sharing this podium with such distinguished people. I'm proud to be graduating with you all, undergrads and graduate students from the School of Theology. It's very fitting that we are here in the Abbey. This church welcomed many of us on our college visits, and it now houses us here as we are about to graduate. I want to begin by extending a big thank you to all of those sitting in the crowd or watching this on television for playing such an integral role in all of our lives. I'd like to offer a special thanks to my mother, father, and sister for all the support that they've given me through these past years. As a senior in college, I have not had the opportunity to give very many commencement speeches. While preparing for this speech, I read a few books relating to commencement, and the gist was, keep it relatively brief, include a few stories, and do not bring up politics, which is a daunting task for a political science major. One book I read was a collection of commencement speeches written by Dr. Paul Farmer, a Harvard Medical School graduate, professor, and global health activist. Dr. Farmer serves as an inspiration to many for his achievements in academia, his worldly travels providing medical attention to the poorest of people, and his success in advocating foreign policy within this country. Farmer was asked to give his first commencement speech in 2001. He quoted an article from the Boston Globe saying, "The graduates almost always prefer well-known figures, particularly from the entertainment world, in hopes that the speech will provide a light-hearted finale to their college years." A little intimidating to Dr. Farmer and myself, but he delivered his speech anyways, as will I. I look out to all of you today and see quite a few familiar faces. Together we've learned many great things throughout our time here at St. John's and St. Ben's. After thousands of class hours, the university has deemed us educated people, which I'm sure is a frightening thought to a lot of our professors. A couple weeks ago, I heard the term band of brothers to describe our class. This painted a brilliant picture of the camaraderie we've developed through study abroad programs, networking events, extracurricular activities, sports, and experiential learning. I'd like to share with you two stories. Firstly, I want to tell a story that spins off of a speech given by Rick Erling, a successful businessman and speaker. I want everyone to concentrate on one thing: a box of Crayola crayons. As you are imagining this box of crayons in your hands, I encourage you to immediately think of the aroma these writing utensils provided to your childhood. Pretty crazy to think that many of us stopped writing in crayon only a couple years ago. His speech was designed to instill creativity in the minds of others. Now I challenge you to close your eyes and imagine arriving at St. John's University. It's your first day on campus, you're surrounded by a bustling crowd. You've anxiously awaited this day for a long time, and with full hands you thrust open the door to either Tommy or Mary Hall. What do you smell? Oh, how I will remember the caustic smell produced by 400 some young men leaving home. That's where we all started. We had clean slates, and many of us were moved in with new roommates. Metaphorically speaking, St. John's may have used this pungent aroma to instill creativity in our minds. We may never know. Despite hundreds of changed majors later, we're about to graduate together. I'm proud of that. We will certainly leave with diplomas, but we will be leaving with incredible friends, an education, and the network we are joining today and will enjoy for the rest of our lives. Mark Twain said, "Never let formal education get in the way of learning." This brings me to my second story. Beginning at St. John's and St. Ben's, I had nearly no grasp of what a liberal arts degree was. What we as students were able to obtain from professors and coursework is wonderful, but what we learned outside of the class is truly remarkable. We learned to solve problems, to live in an environment away from home, and to work together as Johnnies. This leads into my second story. I want to include an excerpt written by Dale Carnegie nearly 80 years ago. I often went fishing up in Maine during the summer. Personally, I'm very fond of strawberries and cream, but I've found that for some strange reason, fish prefer worms. So when I went fishing, I didn't think about what I wanted. I thought about what they wanted. I didn't bait the hook with strawberries and cream. Rather, I dangled a worm or a grasshopper in front of the fish and said, "Wouldn't you like to have that?" Carnegie continues the story. Why not use the same common sense when fishing for people? That is what Lloyd George, Great Britain's Prime Minister during World War I, did. When someone asked how he managed to stay in power after other wartime leaders had been forgotten, he replied that if his staying on top might be attributed to one thing, it was that he had learned it was necessary to bait the hook to suit the fish. This is exactly what St. John's and St. Ben's have accomplished. Not one of us had the exact same path as one sitting next to the other. This school has appealed to everyone and offered unique experiences to all involved. The best way I can describe the liberal arts degree is to say it was an education that snuck up on me. I never knew my statistics course from freshman year would help me to craft 2 separate theses. Intro to economics, interesting to many, a bore to others, helped shape the person I am today. A mandatory humanities course such as philosophy offers even more perspectives on how to live a life. I think I stand before many seniors that save their natural science credits for their final year as well. Whatever courses we took as individuals, either currently or are going to play a role in that person that leaves this university. Our loved ones, friends, and acquaintances created a foundation, almost like a toolbox, before we arrived on campus our first day. Our education gave us the tools to fill the toolbox. I look out to hundreds of students in our cohort, and I know that your toolboxes are heavy. And it's thanks to hard work and a great education. If I can leave you with any message, it would be to bait the hook to suit the fish. We are all capable of leaving here and accomplishing phenomenal things. We've had one great run, and my final words to our class are thank you and congratulations.